Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 97 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. Today we are focusing on step 3 of the SOAP framework, which is action. What are we going to do right now to take action to reinforce the decision and the choice we made to, after analyzing all of the all of the options we looked at yesterday? They both start with O. So today we're looking at a new tool, and I will share a couple of people's stories and how they applied this step. And I haven't done it yet, so I'll be applying it right along with you. This is a new tool for me. It includes elements that I use whenever I'm making a decision or choice, but it's a different way of doing it, a different way of looking at it. And sometimes some tools resonate with us and we love to use them more than others. I like the urine analysis, but everybody hates the name of it. So it is what it is. It's also a very awesome tool to help us choose among different alternatives, especially when it's something that's subjective. And how do we measure that? So today's tool, my handy dandy graphic, is the 3 E's criteria, or the 3 E's tool, I call it. And the first E is, and stands for effective, is the option that we're looking at. Is it going to help us move the needle and fill the gap from between where we are and where we want to be? I like to give them all a numerical rating, like 3, 2, 1, if I'm looking at 3 different alternatives, or I'll just give them a point value. I just make up a point value to take some of the subjectivity out of the decision and the choice and make it a little bit more objective. Adding a tool like this automatically makes your decision more objective and more measurable and easier to determine. And then you can always go back and say, okay, well, number 1 choice that came out with the highest score didn't work out for me. Let me try the next option. The second criteria is effort level. I like this one. I call it energy. How much energy or effort or work, the 4-letter version of those words, is required for me to go ahead and take action on this particular alternative. And I rate it based on that. And then also emotional, and I don't usually call this emotional readiness, but the third criteria is emotional readiness. Are you ready to make and take this action? Because guess what? Sometimes, especially in the areas of spiritual, emotional, relationships, sometimes communication, and even confidence, am I emotionally ready to take an action and then see what happens? Take an action and then see if I need to do more or change or do something different. So that's our tool for today. Our action item is going to be to look at your list of 10 items, because we came up with at least 10 yesterday, and pick, if one doesn't automatically rise to the top when you look at these criteria, then pick your top 3 and apply these criteria, apply a numeric value for each one. Like I would say, the one that I suspect will be the quickest, easiest, most effective, that one's going to get the highest number, because I like to go with the high number so that when I add my criteria up, it's usually quick and easy. It's very apparent. And guess what? I already know I want to make that choice and take that action, but sometimes I like to reinforce it with different criteria to make sure that I am making the best possible choice right now. So we're going to look at least 3 of our options with these criteria. Effective, is it going to work? Is it going to work fast? Yay. Energy and effort required. How much do I have to put into this action to make it happen? If all I got to do is write a note or an email or a text or pick up the phone and make a call, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. Depends on who I'm calling, right? It might get hung up in emotional readiness, because I might not be ready. Might not be ready to talk to somebody I'm estranged from. I might not be ready to confront an issue that's been an issue for a long time. I'm actually looking for my magnifying glass. So let's take a look at how we'll do how Emma and her teenage daughter, what choice she made, and then how she reinforced it with the effective, effort level, and emotional readiness. She picked the leave a handwritten note for Zoe with encouragement or appreciation. She picked that as the option. So she then she picked one that felt right for her and quick for her initially, based on her gut or head, heart, and intuition. And then she applied the 3E criteria, the 3E tool. So effective, is it effective? Well, it softens the tone of their interaction and communicates love without pressure. So she thought that was a good move. Effort level, very low, can be done in 5 minutes. How long does it take to leave a note of appreciation or a compliment on a piece of paper or on a Post-it note for her daughter to see? And then finally, emotional readiness. Emma may not be ready for a deep talk, but she's ready to open the door and start a conversation with her teenage daughter because she wants to improve their relationship. Let's also look at Lila and her father. Lila selected the option of sending a thoughtful message or letter expressing her desire to reconnect with her dad. And then she said, okay, well, is this effective? Well, it reopens communication with clarity and intention. It's like, hey, Dad, I want to get in touch with you. I want to start to rekindle our relationship. Effort level, moderate. It takes some emotional energy, but it's a solo effort, so she has absolute control over that, and she can determine when and what she's going to say in her contact. Emotional readiness. Lila might not be ready for a meetup yet, but she's ready to share her heart and start opening the door to having a relationship with her dad. So think about the relationship that you picked. Think about your options yesterday, and just ask yourself, is this going to fill the gap? Is the action I'm taking today, because you're going to take action and do the thing you say you're going to do today. And then in the comments below, you're going to put done. And you're going to share any lesson you learned by using this new 3E tool, or by doing the thing that taking action on the thing that you said you were going to do to improve the relationship that you're working on as part of this SOAP framework run through. If you need help, if you have any questions, if you're struggling with something, if you're not sure how to apply the 3E tool, we can go through it one-on-one. So you have this as another tool in your toolbox to help you to create the life that you want and to be a better version of yourself. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.